I am holding what may be one of the most realistic O-gauge models ever made. The Strasburg 90 Brass Hybrid Decapod. Took them long enough. Definitely worth the wait. Don't handle your engines like this though. And I'm going to run these engines on the most unrealistic 3-rail track. I own that. I'm okay with it. So you can see that these two decapods are just slightly longer than our Union Pacific Big Boy. See that? That's a toilet.
Yeah, that's a Roger. Good set, good release. Good continuity on timetable train number 1, 90 out.
The Union Pacific Big Boy is the reigning champion of our whistle battles. How does it stack up next to this prototypical whistle of the Strasburg 90? Welcome back, folks! Hope you're having a great week. After like 2 years of waiting, the Strasburg 90 Brass Hybrids have arrived. This was supposed to be my big video of 2022. This train was worth the wait. I have so much to show you in so little time. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. This is my second to last video of the year. It's hard to believe. 2023 has gone by already. There's a lot of trains this year. Next week, we will look at my pick for the O-gauge train set of the year. But this Brass Hybrid number 90 may have just stolen the show. This engine was announced way back in the Lionel 2021 Volume 2 catalog. Let's find the page. Yep. See? That was a while ago. The engine was originally expected to arrive in March of 2022. No one knows the true reason for the delay of this engine. There's rumors all over the corners of the internet, people who claim they know. Maybe they do, I don't know. But if you ask me, the mystery of the delay of this engine may be greater than the mystery of the famous ghost whistle that the engine features. The real-life version of this engine can be found in regular excursion service in Strasburg, Pennsylvania. Number 90 was originally built in 1924 for the Great Western, which is located in Colorado. If you've ever had the opportunity to visit Strasburg, Pennsylvania, it is really a great experience. This is a photo of me and my father-in-law from just last summer. It was a great time, and we were lucky enough to see the 90 in action. The locomotive was purchased by the Strasburg Railroad in 1967 and moved to Pennsylvania, where it's been ever since. You will notice that there are two versions of number 90 in this video. I got the 1967 version to commemorate the year that the engine arrived at Strasburg, and I also got the version that's painted the way the engine appears today. Now you may be wondering, why is the observation car running behind the engine? RBP doesn't know how to run his trains. Probably true. Still haven't figured it out. If you catch this train in action, the engine pulls the train down the line from the station in a reverse position. At the end of the line, the engine switches to another track, passes the train, couples up on the end to pull the train back to the station. You following me? This is why you see the observation car directly behind the engine. Want to know some fun trivia about this observation car? There was a factory error when this was made. And if you look at the back carefully, you'll notice something. See that? That's a toilet in the back of the car. Now you can open this up and flip it around. It takes some work. Quite frankly, I'm too lazy to do that. But it's kind of funny when you look at it. There's a toilet in the back of the observation car. I don't know anymore. Let's talk about this model. I've mentioned a few times that this is a brass hybrid model. What does that mean? It means that the detail on this engine is handcrafted brass, but it is attached to a die-cast drivetrain equipped with the latest Lionel technology. This engine features legacy control with Bluetooth, which means you can run this exquisite model with a legacy control system or with your phone. Haha, exquisite. For those of you watching who may have handled a bunch of brass engines in your collections, one of the things you've probably noticed is that there's a trade-off between performance and appearance when it comes to model trains. Often these high-end brass trains might have trickier parts, or maybe they don't run as well as some of the others. This is where the brass hybrid really excels, because you're getting that high-end appearance and the reliability of a die-cast drivetrain. Like all of our modern command control engines, this engine is equipped with speed control, operating couplers, operating smoke units in the stack and the whistle, and lighting effects. This engine is loaded with details everywhere. I've been collecting for some time, and I will tell you that this is one of the most, if not the most detailed, three-rail steam engine that I've ever seen from Lionel. It's a pretty tiny engine too. I would argue to say that this little decapod has impressed me more than some of my big articulated steam engines. And that's saying a lot, because I really like running the big steam engines. This Lionel Vision Line Union Pacific Big Boy is one of the biggest engines in my collection. And you'll see just how small these decapods are compared to this locomotive. Alright, so I have the first 90 right here. Tenders are just about lined up. It's hard to tell in that camera angle. I'll back in the second 90. This way you can see just how small these engines are compared to something like the Big Boy. I'm really hoping I'm bumping together. So you can see that these two decapods are just slightly longer than our Union Pacific Big Boy. So this makes these some of the smallest engines in my collection. The Union Pacific Big Boy is the reigning champion of our whistle battles. How does it stack up next to this prototypical whistle of the Strasburg 90? Leave me a comment and let me know. Let's start with the Big Boy. Just echoes on and on. And our Strasburg 90. I think that's super cool. But let me know. Big Boy? The power. Strasburg 90. We'll see you in the comment section. Typically, when we open a new engine, it has a set of preloaded sounds or the voice of Mr. Lionel, and it might be familiar to other engines. Diesel, steam engines, you name it. We've heard them all. With this Strasburg 90 model, Lionel sent their audio team to Strasburg, Pennsylvania, and spent time with the railroad staff to record specific sounds for the engine. Everything from the startup sequence,
Train 1 brakeman SRC-90, we're showing 90 pounds on the rear of the train. Take out 20 for initial terminal brake test.
to the idle sounds, to the chuff, the radio chatter.
Brakeman to train 1 conductor. Clear in the rear, okay for your move back to Strasburg, over.
This engine uses radios for excursions. Most of the time I hear about how steam engines didn't have radios, I get it. Again, I don't make the engines, I just push the buttons. But for this model, it does use a radio because it's running on modern line. The water tank sequence was recorded from the actual water tank in Strasburg. And all the little accents there. And of course, the whistle. What a cool sounding whistle. If you've ever ridden on the Strasburg excursion, you may know the story of the famous ghost whistle. On the line, there's a stretch of track where the engine sound reverberates in the distance, causing a ghostly echo. Lionel and Strasburg worked together, and they actually recorded this sound, and you can activate it on the engine by pressing the aux 3 key on your Legacy remote. Scary. Here's the ghost whistle feature that you can activate by pressing the aux 3 key. What other Lionel model do you have that does something like that? The Strasburg 90 was certainly one of the most anticipated models of the year. Well, of the last 2 years. It's one of those special model trains that really captures the essence and the detail of the real thing. What did you think of the Strasburg 90? Is it everything you thought it would be? As always, a huge thank you to all of my subscribers and everyone who's been supporting this channel. My name is Chris, and this is RBP Trains. We'll see you next time.